What's up, guys? Welcome to Ultimate Battle Royales. You're gonna see the craziest and most epic Royales ever on this channel, so make sure you subscribe. Don't miss it, Odd-V. For today's episode, what would happen if you put all non-Leaf shinobi from Naruto Shipudden into a Battle Royale? I'll tell ya. Remember, it's only non-Leaf shinobi, so they can never have been part of the Leaf Village. And we're doing top 10, so let's get right into it. In 10th place is going to be Gaara. Now, I know this is going to upset some people, but I'm sorry, Gaara wasn't all of that in Shippuden. He got beat by Deidara early in the season. Him and all the other Kage combined looked absolutely embarrassing versus Madara. He wasn't even the best of that group, like that group of Shippuden War Arc Kages. Obviously, I still think he's a goon, considering I'm putting him in the top 10, but that's all he hits, top 10, barely. Coming in at number 9, I have a tie here, so we're going to do two ninjas at number 9, and that's going to be Deidara and Onoki. I really don't know which one to put as number 9, so they're just both going to be number 9. Onoki was clearly the strongest of the Kage during the War Arc. He kind of led the way and was doing most of the work for all of the 5 Kage in the War Arc. But in the same sense, Deidara was probably the most slept on member of the Akatsuki. Let's be real, Deidara completely slapped Gaara, and I know that Gaara was trying to protect his village and kind of sacrificed himself to protect the village, but it wasn't even close. Like, no matter what, I think it would have been delayed, but the outcome would have been the same. Like, Deidara didn't struggle too much. Then one fish took out the 3 tails. Like, Deidara was doing most of the work, like claiming the tailed beasts. While running with Gaara's body, he also pretty much squared up against Naruto and Kakashi. Kakashi put himself into a coma trying to kill Deidara and barely took his arm, and that didn't even affect Deidara. He just kept going. Then versus Sasuke, let's be real. I don't care what anybody says. Sasuke didn't die simply due to plot armor. That C4 should have nuked him. That was plot armor. Like, Deidara finished Sasuke off. Deidara is very slept on, but then again, Onoki is the particle style. Like, he's so smart. You can't sleep on Onoki. They're both number 9. Moving into number 8 is going to be Lord Gengetsu. Now, Lord Gengetsu is the strongest ever Mizukage. I don't care what anyone says. He's the strongest Mizukage ever. He has that clam summon with the Genjutsu. He also has the water pistol. He's super intelligent. Like, they even struggled beating him in the war while he's telling them how to beat him. They clearly showed that he was one of the strongest Kage in general ever, and he stalemated with Lord Mu, and that's how he died. From what we saw, here's the power scaling we can do. He's even to Lord Mu, who is greater than Onoki, stated by Onoki, who's greater than most of the current Kage. So just take that into placement when you're thinking of Lord Gengetsu. Moving on to number 8 is going to be Lord Mu. Now, again, I said Lord Mu and Lord Gengetsu stalemated. That's how they died the first time before being reanimated. But I think Lord Mu is clearly the stronger of the two, just overall, if you're going to take everything into factor. He's got more hacks. He's got the particle style, and particle style to the extent that he can split his body into 2, like the atoms into 2. He clearly was the most powerful reanimated Kage. That was the one they clearly struggled with the most. In my opinion, Lord Mu is the second strongest non-Leaf Kage ever. Moving on, the next one eliminated will be the 3rd Raikage. And this is who I think is the strongest non-Leaf Kage ever. We know when he died fighting 1,000 men. And the scar he has was from himself. That one finger is deadly. I know a lot of power scalers out there will take speed into factor, and if you're going to do that, he's also one of the fastest shinobi ever. I don't think there's really any arguing the placement of the 3rd Raikage in this position. The next one eliminated will either be Kisame or Killer Bee. I'm putting them together. This is going to be the 5 and the 4, and the reason I'm putting them together is I don't know who would win. It's very situational. And in my opinion, the situation is whoever's in possession of Samehada. If you give Kisame Samehada, then I think Kisame wins. Kisame's win condition is draining Edo of all of his chakra, because we've seen before that Kisame can defeat a tailed beast. Like, that's what the Akatsuki do. The Akatsuki drop tailed beasts. And Kisame, being one of the strongest members of the Akatsuki, A tailed beast is no issue for him. Killer Bee has a lot of talent, but if Kisame has Samehada and he can completely drain Eido's energy with Samehada, I think Kisame wins. That is his win condition. That's how Kisame wins. If Killer Bee has Samehada, I don't think that Kisame has enough utilities to beat somebody at the caliber of Killer Bee. Again, 5 and 4 is Kisame and Killer Bee, depending on who has Samehada. Moving on, the next one eliminated and in third place will be Pain. This one I really don't need to explain too much. Look at those eyes. It's Pain. I think Pain is kind of the poster boy for non-Leaf Shinobi. Like when you think of all the villains from Naruto, it's like Madara and Obito and Orochimaru. It's all Leaf Shinobis. The Leaf has bred everyone except for Pain. Like Pain is like the standout power child that's not a Leaf Shinobi. I don't even like putting him third, but I have to. The next two are just like OP, and it's not even fun putting them in the list, but if I don't, then somebody's going to call me out for it in the comments, so I'm going to do it. Number 2 and number 1 in the Battle Royale will be Hageromo and Kaguya. Obviously, I'm going to put Kaguya number 1. It took Hageromo and his brother to seal Kaguya. But yeah, since we're staying in the lines of Shippuden, the Otsutsuki kind of just... They're where it's at. Obviously, they're the strongest there is. With that being said, tell me if you agree with this list. I want to know your honest opinion. If you don't agree with this list and you want to debate me, I'm going to drop my anime debate Discord down below. Also, if you want to recommend a Battle Royale to me, let me know that down below as well. Other than that, I'm your host, Danny, and we'll see you on the next Ultimate Battle Royale.